Welcome everybody to Selection Sunday. It's been a long wait, but we're finally here. So right now, in a few minutes, we will be seeing the live bracket revealed now. It is 6:09. I said 6. Illinois versus Ohio State went into overtime, and on my screen, it is just finishing up because my TV is a little bit behind. So I will see everybody in a few minutes because... yeah, you get my point. I will see everybody in a few minutes when the show is actually on and we get to the beginning of the bracket being revealed. See you then. Welcome back, everybody. Now, the show's not on right away, but a few projections of mine. Now, my 4 seeds that I project that are Gonzaga, definitely. Michigan's a lock. Illinois is a lock. It's probably going to be, if I had to guess, it'd probably be Baylor, but due to the inconsistencies with Baylor in the last stretch of games, I'm going to be a betting man, and I'm going to say, I'm going to go yes, but possibly no. If it's not Baylor, I'm going to go Baylor. Yeah, it's definitely going to be Baylor, I think. Alright, show is just starting up. I'm sorry for the delay. My TV is really, really behind for some odd reason. 31 out of 68 tickets have been punched. The last ticket being punched today was Illinois after they beat the Ohio State Buckeyes in the Big Ten championship game. This is the moment we've all waited for. I know a lot of people say the best time, the most wonderful, it's in a song, but, people say December is one of the most wonderful times of the year. But to me, I think March has to be that. Thank you for that one viewer who's up there, I can see. We are slowly waiting for the bracket to being released with the Big Ten championship game of Ohio State and Illinois going in overtime. It has delayed that some, but it was a great game. Illinois did pull out. They won 91-88. Great game by both teams. Greg Grumble. Moving. Talking. So... now they're showing some Gonzaga footage at the moment. We are all here waiting. Gonzaga is the number 1 overall seed, it looks like. Alright. Gonzaga will play Saturday in the West region. They are the number 1 overall seed. And it will be a playing game. Norfolk State versus Appalachian State. Norfolk State won their conference tournament. Appalachian State is 17-11 on the season. The 8 and 9 game will be Oklahoma will be the Sooners versus and I didn't get to talk about the bubble teams, the Missouri Tigers. Bubble teams are teams like Syracuse, St. Louis, UCLA, Michigan State, VCU being one of... Oh, not VCU because they won... No. Yes, VCU is one of them. They did lose their conference tournament. Now, the 5-12 matchup is Creighton in the West. 12 will be UC Santa Barbara. Oh, they did win their conference tournament. That's a shocker. I did not see that one coming right away. So it will be Creighton and UC Santa Barbara. So these 3 games will be played on Saturday as part of the first round. Saturday, the 4-13 matchup. Virginia is 4 in the West. They had to pull out of the ACC tournament due to COVID in a positive case. The 13 seed in the West is the Ohio Bobcats. They did win their conference tournament as well. Okay, so the whole West region will be played on Saturday as the 16 in the West is USC. The Trojans are in the tournament. And a playing game between Wichita State and Drake at the 11 seed. The 3 seed in the West is Kansas. 3-14. It will be the Eastern Washington. Okay, the 7-10 game. Now, keep in mind, all these is the Oregon Ducks will be the 7th seed in the West. Now, keep in mind, all these games will be played on Saturday. The 10 seed is VCU. Wow. Okay, now the 2-15 matchup. The Iowa Hawkeyes. Now, they did have an up and down year. They have 8 losses, and that was kind of in the mid-season stretch. But otherwise, the Iowa Hawkeyes are the Iowa-led Hawkeyes by Luke Garza are the 2 seed in the West, and the 15 seed are the Grand Canyon, who just came off winning their conference tournament. I believe we are going on a commercial now. Yep, we are going on a commercial. Hold on. Okay. According to Joe Lunardi, teams that were picked from the bubble, his teams did include... So the next 4 out to him were Memphis, Western Kentucky, Duke, and Boise State. Now, Duke was originally ended their season due to a positive COVID test, but at the end of the day, that did not happen. but if they have been cleared to play in the tournament if they make it, along with Virginia and Kansas. First four out, according to Lunardi, was Wichita State, who made it, Colorado State, St. Louis, and Ole Miss. Last four in involved Syracuse, Louisville, Drake, and Utah State. Now, I believe Drake's in a play-in game. VCU did make it in. Teams on the last four byes are still UCLA, Michigan State, and Maryland. Now, we still have more to go. So, for a fact, Drake from one of the bubble teams is in the play-in game, and VCU is the 10 seed, so they did make it. So those, according to Joe Lunardi so far, those are the bubble teams that have made it in so far. So teams like Syracuse, Louisville, Utah State, Maryland, Michigan State, and UCLA still awaiting their fate. We are still on commercial as my TV is lacking. The one seed is Gonzaga. They are the overall one. They will be facing the winner of a play-in game of Wofford State and Appalachian State. The two is Iowa. They will be facing Grand Canyon as the 15th seed. So let me go through the whole games right now. Gonzaga will play the winner of a play-in game on Thursday from Norfolk State and Appalachian State. Oklahoma and Missouri is the 8-9 game. The 5-12 game is UC Santa Barbara versus Creighton. The 4-13 is Virginia versus Ohio. We are back. The 6-11 is USC, Wichita State, and Drake. The 3-14 is Kansas and Eastern Washington. The 7-10 is Oregon and VCU, and the 2-15 is Iowa and Grand Canyon. So here we go. I believe we are heading to the Baylor is going to be the number one seed out in the... I gotta keep it muted so I don't get copyright. So they're probably saying it, but I don't know. The Baylor will be the number one seed in the South region, the 16th seed. And now these games are going to happen on Friday. Hartford, they did win their American East tournament. They won the American East tournament yesterday, so they are in. North Carolina is the 8th seed, and now the 9th will be Wisconsin at 9. The 8 and 9 matchup is Wisconsin and North Carolina. The 5-12, I believe, is next. Yeah. 5, Villanova. The 12 is Winthrop. They did win their conference tournament, I believe. Yeah. The 4-13 will be Purdue as the 4th seed in the South. The 13th seed is North Texas. So far, no bubble teams from Lunardi. The 6th seed is the Texas Red Raiders. And the 11th, I believe this will be a playing game as well. The 11th is Utah State, which is not a playing game. So the 6-11 matchup in the South is Texas Tech and Utah State. Now the 3-14 game will be Arkansas is the 3rd seed in the South. Congrats to them. They did lose yesterday to LSU in their SEC. The SEC, the SEC and semifinals yesterday. Now they will be facing Colgate, who won the Patriot League today. So the 14th seed is Colgate, who is the second best offense in the country so far. So Florida is the 7th seed. The 10 will be in the South. Virginia Tech will be the 10th seed in the South. Now the 2-15 matchup. The 2 seed in the South is Ohio State, who just came off a loss a few minutes ago to... They're in the locker room after they just lost to Illinois. So the 15th seed in the South is going to be Oral Robinson, who did win their conference tournament. So can't come in. Sorry about that, guys. I believe, actually, out of the bubble teams that Lunardi had predicted, no bubble teams were filled in the South, so there will be no bubble teams filled in the South so far. Bubble teams like Syracuse, Louisville, Maryland, Michigan State, UCLA. Actually, my bad. Utah State was one of the bubble teams that Lunardi said will be the last 4, and they did make it. So teams like Syracuse, Louisville, UCLA, Michigan State, Maryland. God, I guess you can even put Duke in the mix, even though, in my eyes, I don't believe they deserve to make the tournament. I mean, you canceled your season, but, knowing that there might be a chance for you, which I don't really think there is after the season they had, I guess you could throw them in the mix. Wichita State, who was a first 4-out team according to Lunardi, is in a play-in game. I believe 2 out of the 4 playing games have been announced. I believe the next 2 playing games will be in the East region. I believe the East region's next, because it usually goes... Oh, wait, no. It's the North, most likely, or the West, or the East. Yeah, North or East is next. Obviously, process of elimination, but looking on the bracket. Hey, UNC did make it, Mikey BS. To get all the people saying I'm doing a great job, thank you very much. Hey, CBS, I'm not ready for CBS yet, but thank you for the... That's a notification from ESPN. NBA score, the Warriors beat the Utah Jazz 131-119. So, little urgency out there in the West after the ninth-ranked team in the West just basically demolished them. So, not much worry, but a little bit of some. So, I mean, Mario Boyd, I appreciate that, man, but I don't think I'm ready for CBS just yet. I appreciate you guys. All right, we are back. I would think one of the next 1 seeds would would be Michigan. I'd probably think Michigan at this point. I would think Michigan is next, it's probably going to be Michigan, and Illinois will be the 4th best team in the country, based on these rankings. Here we go. The Illinois is actually the next 1 seed to be announced. They just came off the Big Ten championship win. This is the Midwest region. So as they are cutting down the netting down there in Indiana, their matchup is going to be the 16th seed of Drexel, who won their conference tournament. These games will be happening on Friday, so Midwest region and South regions will be played on Friday, it looks like, which is a lot of games to cram in. And I hear because my TV is behind. Loyola Chicago is the eighth. Now remember, when they made it a few years back, they had this insane Final Four run. So, huge chance I might pick them to win this game. Mario Boyd, thank you. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Georgia, hold up. The 9th seed in the Midwest is Georgia Tech, and they just came off an ACC championship game. So, hold up. All right, the 5th seed is Tennessee. The 12th seed in the Midwest is Oregon State, who just came off their first Pac-12 tournament championship ever. Ooh. Oklahoma State is the 4th seed in the Midwest, which I think is pretty low for them. I would probably have them up there as one of the 3 or 2 seeds. I think that's pretty low for Oklahoma State, though. They will be facing 13th Liberty, who just won their conference tournament as well. That 8-9 game. Georgia Tech and Loyola Chicago. 6 is the San Diego State Aztecs, coming in at 6 in the Midwest. They will be facing come on, a little faster, please. They will be facing the 11th seeded Syracuse Orange. Oh. The Orange do make the tournament after being on the bubble, but they have to face San Diego State as the 6th seed. The Orange are the 11th now. I believe they made a few years back. Yeah, they made it as an 11th seed and made it all the way to the Sweet 16. They beat, I forgot who the 6th seed was at the time. I'd have to go back and look. I do know they made it to the Sweet 16 a few years back as the 11th seed. The 3 seed in the Midwest is West Virginia. And they will be facing the 14th seeded Morehead State. They, I believe, came off of a conference tournament. The 7th seeded Clemson Tigers are in the Midwest. They will be facing the 10th seeded Rutgers. They will be facing the Scarlet Knights from Rutgers on Friday. So the 2:15 game. Houston! Oh, wow. Houston just came off a dominant win in the AAC tournament championship after they just dominated Cincinnati. They are the 2 seed, and they will be facing the 15th-seeded Cleveland State. Oh. So, I'm a little shocked. Personally, I would have had, I probably would have flip-flopped Georgia Tech and, Clemson. That's shocking. And then Houston making it as a 2 seed. I did not expect that one either, guys. You want me to be brutally honest. And these games are on Friday, so teams awaiting their fate. BYU for such. St. Bonaventure, the Crimson Tide. The West, the East is the next region to be announced. The 5-12 game of Oregon State and Tennessee is interesting to me. The 8-9 game of Loyola Chicago and Georgia Tech. I think Georgia Tech's getting disrespected. Now, they didn't have to face Virginia to get in the ACC championship game. I understand that. But Georgia Tech looked good last night. I I would probably put them where Clemson was. If you were going to put them in this region, I would have put them where Clemson was. Yeah, I would have put them where Clemson was. It's simple as that. I know I keep repeating myself, but I don't see any other way to... I mean, I think they're truly better than Clemson. Miami lost to Clemson. Now, I know Miami gave Georgia Tech a run for their money, before Georgia Tech got in the semifinals. Personally, I think Georgia Tech is a way better team than Clemson. Hey, Mikey BS, thanks for agreeing, man. That 6-11 game. I know I'm wearing SU stuff. Now, that's going to be hard for me. That's going to be a hard one for me to take. As much as I want to take the orange, I know how good the Aztecs are. But just thinking about it, the Aztecs play on a whole nother side. They play in the Mountain West, which, the Mountain West isn't a huge conference with, a lot of competition. Oh, thanks a lot, Dad. And it's hard, in the amount of time, so what? You're going to have Monday, maybe today possibly, but I don't think so. I don't think San Diego State's going to do anything today. So you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh no, because you're probably going to have to travel the bubble. So you really don't have much time to prepare for that 2-3 zone, which I know is detrimental to some teams. So, I don't know. I think just because of the fact how, in the past 2 games, the Orange have been, they were hot. The past week they were beating North Carolina, beating Clemson, then just decimating beating 3 times this year, North Carolina State, which it's hard to beat 3 teams, the same teams 3 times in a year. And then bringing Virginia down the wire and losing, by a buzzer beater, which is, which is shocking. I don't know. I might have to take the orange there. I'm not 100% sure. But that, yeah, you got a point there, Mikey. Michigan, okay, so in the East, Michigan is the number 1. They will be facing the 16th seeded. Oh, it's a playing game. Mount St. Mary's versus Texas Southern. That will be a game on Thursday. So Georgetown will be in this region, just thinking about it. They did win the Big East, surprisingly. So Georgetown will be in this region. I'd probably give them a 12. They might be a 12. So 8. The 8-seeded LSU, the 8th seed in the East is LSU. They will be facing the 9th seeded. The 9th seeded. Oh, God, everything's got to be slow. Okay, the 8th seeded St. Bonaventure Bonnies, who just won the A10 today. That's huge. That's going to be a good game. These games are on Saturday as well. So, Colorado is the 5th seed in the tournament. They will be facing... I'm going to say Georgetown. Yep, the 12th seeded Georgetown Hoyas. They are red hot. I always like, that 5-12 matchups always, usually go with the 12. Florida State is the 4th seed in the East, and they will be facing the, I can't keep track at this point. 13 seed? No. Yeah. No, 11. No, I can't even keep track anymore. It will be the... Really? You think so, Mikey? The 13th seeded UNC Greensboro will be facing Florida State on Saturday. I don't know. I don't think St. Bonaventure. BYU is the 16 I mean, not the sixth, but the sixth seed in the East. Personally, I don't think St. Bonaventure will, just based on how, and they will be facing a play-in game, Michigan State or UCLA. Those are two of the bubbles teams I mentioned, so that is a play-in game. I don't know if St. Bonaventure will, just based on, they have to get through LSU, which had a tough one today against Alabama. And then you have to also most likely go through the 1 seed. I can't show the TV, otherwise that'd be copyright. Alright. The 3-seeded Texas Longhorns, who just came off of the Big Ten tournament. And guess what? The Albine Christian, or whatever they are, I don't know, like Wildcats. Albine Christian, who just won their conference tournament today, I believe. They are 14. So the 7-10 matchup is the UConn Huskies. Ooh, okay. The UConn Huskies are the 7th seed. Versus the 10-seeded Maryland Terrapins. Terrapins. Jeez. Okay, the 2-15. These are the final 2 teams in the tournament. It will be the Alabama Crimson Tide. So, if this would be Duke's only chance to make it, which I don't see happening in the foreseeable future. The 15th seed is Iona. I forgot about Iona. They got the bid, so Duke's out. It is the Iona. Forgot what they are. It is Iona, led by Rick Pitino, who just came off of a conference tournament win. So guess what, everybody? The field's announced. By teams, the West Coast Conference 2, Missouri Valley 2, Mountain West 2, A-10 2, American Athletic 2, Big East 4, Pac-12 5, Southern East, the SEC 6, ACC 7, Big 12 7, and the Big 10 with a 9. Yeah. Okay, so first 4 out teams. Here are the replacements, teams on standby that did not make it in case teams go out. Louisville, Colorado State, St. Louis, and Ole Miss. Those are the 4 teams that are replacement teams if teams do back out. They have until Tuesday at 6 p.m. That has been, well, boys, I promise you them, boys, that St. Bonaventure can play. This is a team that has been built. Yeah, I watched the A-10 championship game, and those guys balled out. So, the last 4 in is Michigan State, UCLA, Wichita State, and Drake. The first 4 out are Louisville, Colorado State, St. Louis, and Ole Miss. Those boys can play over there at St. Bonaventure. I believe, I know. I get where you're coming from with saying the Bonnies could make an Elite 8 run. Here's the thing with me. They would have to get through LSU, who had a great game against Alabama, then have to get through Michigan, which Michigan, even though they just lost one of their stars, who we have no idea what his status is for the tournament. I just don't think, the way it is for the Bonnies, I don't think they make it. I mean, I know Syracuse was a 10 seed, and they were a 10 seed and they went to the Final Four. I just don't see that happening with the Bonnies. I'm gonna give my prediction on who's coming out of each region. Usually, if let's say, all right, I am doing one of these streams, it'll probably be a commentary broadcast. I haven't really done like this as a selection show thing. I've done play-by-plays for the National College Football Championship, Bama and Ohio State. I did a Syracuse one against North Carolina State, and I think that was it. If I was streaming, I will let you guys know. If you guys go follow me at PitDuck on YouTube, on Instagram, because I do promote a lot of my stuff over there. It's all lowercase, so PITTDUCK. I'm gonna write that in the chat. PITTDUCK on Instagram. That's what I am on Instagram. Go leave a follow. I do put stuff, I do promote a lot of my stuff on there. This is a podcast, so I haven't been lately, but I do podcasts with my friend Dominic once in a while. He comes on once in a while, but it's mostly me. When I talk about the NFL, a whole bunch of sports. Cover a lot of it. Haven't been doing that lately, but I will. Actually, these are the most, even though it's but it's good because these are the most views I've had on a live stream ever, I think. So go follow me on Instagram. I do promote a lot of my stuff. I promote when I have a episode up over there. Go check it out. The YouTube channel is TDJ Show. Give me a sub if you can. Appreciate it. Mikey, I would watch you on the phone and the game on TV, and we would watch together and discuss the game. Yo, I would absolutely love that. Hit me up on Instagram, and maybe we can make that happen. Mario Boyd, no problem, man. Thanks for sticking. I appreciate it. So Friday, I probably won't do any of those games. Yeah, I probably won't do any of those games on Friday. Saturday I might do one, maybe two. It depends on how I'm feeling that day. But Mikey, right now, quickly, go hit me up on Instagram. Yeah. Yeah, or you could, Mikey, maybe you could join me on the live stream too. Go hit me up. Alright, we have some unbeaten teams. They're showing unbeaten teams. So this year's Gonzaga, 2015 Kentucky, 2014 Wichita State, 1991 UNLV, and 1979 Indiana State. Those are undefeated teams that have entered the tournament without being beaten. Yeah, but I'll put it back in the chat for you. All lowercase on that. It should have an icon of Marcus Mariota walking on a bridge saying, "Destiny does the talking." Who is my final four? I'm going to go most of the one seeds. I'm going to go Gonzaga. I'm going to go Gonzaga, possibly Baylor. I'm gonna go wild here. I'm gonna give a wild card pick. Oh, I'm gonna say Houston would give. I would say Houston would give whatchamacallit. I think Houston would give Illinois a run for their money. I would say Illinois. Ohio State. I think based on how the struggles have been for Baylor, I think they're going to win some games. But, Ohio State's been red, they're red hot. So I'm going to go Ohio State there. Go Gonzaga in the West. Yeah, so Gonzaga in the West, Ohio State in the South. Midwest, I'm going to go Illinois, and then... Wait, no. Ooh. Okay, no. Scratch the Midwest one. And Michigan in the East. So Michigan in the East, Ohio State in the South, and then Gonzaga in the West. I'm gonna go 1 Illinois. I'm gonna go 1 Illinois, but I'm gonna give you a wild card. I'm gonna give you Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is just off the. They're off the. I mean, Cade Cunningham has been so good. As of, I mean, in my eyes, he's gonna be. To me, he's gonna be the number 1 overall pick in next year's draft. I think Oklahoma State's going to be the wild card of mine. My wild card for the Final Four. So, it is 6:50. We're heading on 7 o'clock. I'm going to just say thank you to all the guys who've sticked around from the beginning. I appreciate it so much. This is awesome. I'm gonna end it here. But during the week, I'll probably do 2 episodes during the week and break down the 2 regions and give my picks that way. Otherwise, everybody, thank you for sticking. You got Creighton as your underdog. Creighton's got UC Santa Barbara. I don't know. With Creighton getting decimated by Georgetown, in that, big Big East game. 5-12 matchups are usually the most upsetted teams. I don't know. I'd have to watch UC Santa, some of UC Santa Barbara just to see, what they can do, possibly. Yeah, but that all depends. I might go Creighton, but I'm also going to take, I mostly take the 12-5 majority matchups. My brother, my father. Yeah, exactly. So here's the schedule for Force 4, the West region. The coverage starts at 5. Games in order is Norfolk State and Appalachian State, then Wichita State and Drake, Mount St. Mary's and Texas Southern, and then Michigan State and UCLA was the other one, right? Yeah. I got that right, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. During the week, I will post 2 videos. I'm going to post 2 videos. Breaking down each region, probably 2 at the most. Good stream, man. I appreciate this, guys. I really, really, really do. So, it is Bid Selection Sunday. Games technically start Thursday, but the real madness starts on Friday. So, everybody, from me here from the TDJ Show, I just like to say thank you very much all for watching, and have a great night.